Have you ever noticed who people get mad at in a work zone? It's not the company running the job, or the engineer who designed the traffic pattern, or the Department of Transportation that decided when the road gets shut down, or even the politicians who approved the funding to make the project happen. It's the person out there holding a stop sign, or setting barrels in place. It's the worker just trying to make a living. And I get it. You've got to be mad at somebody, right? And hey, they're there, so why not? If you've ever gotten mad at a worker because you're tired of dealing with road work, go ahead and hit that like, follow, and share button before we get started. It's Labor Lines. Let's get into it. I've seen the comments. Some of you really don't understand how any of this works, do you? You see a few guys standing around and one person working, and suddenly you're an expert from your car, driving by for 5 seconds. Or you see what you think is an empty job site, not realizing everyone is somewhere else doing another phase. And yeah, I get it. With all those data entry skills and a communications degree from a state college, that qualifies you to make commentaries on construction work and who's doing what and why. And look, I've thought it too. I really have. But I've actually worked on interstates and highways. And I get it, from the outside it looks like nothing's happening. It looks slow or unorganized, or like people are just standing around. But what you're looking at for 5 seconds from the safety of your car window while you're driving by at 80 miles an hour is, chances are, something that's been going on for hours, sometimes days. They're not just standing there doing nothing. They're figuring out what to do next, in most cases. They're looking at a problem that didn't go the way it was supposed to, and trying to fix it without tearing up more than they have to, all the while keeping traffic moving safely while they do it. Because once you open something up, you don't always know exactly what you're going to find. Plans change, conditions change. Things don't always line up the way they were drawn on paper. And now, somebody has to figure that out in real time, and that's probably what you're seeing. But from the road, it just looks like nobody's working. So the blame lands on the workers. And that's where this whole thing gets off track, because I get that the frustration is real. It really is. Nobody likes getting slowed down or sitting in traffic or feeling like they're stuck for no reason. But the reason is there. You just don't see it from that angle. And instead of that frustration going towards the system, it gets pointed at the person standing right in front of you, because they're the only ones you can take your frustrations out on. And this is where it starts to matter. Because some people don't just get frustrated, they act on it. They speed through work zones and ignore instructions or get aggressive with workers, and none of that fixes anything. It just makes a dangerous job worse. And now you've got someone standing in traffic trying to do their job while also dealing with drivers that are frustrated at them for something they didn't even decide or have any control over. That's the situation. And here's the part people don't think about. The worker out there wants that job done just as much as you want to get through it, probably more. They're standing in the heat, cold, the rain, right next to moving traffic. They don't want to be there any longer than they have to be. So no, they're not trying to slow you down. They just want to do a job inside a system they didn't create. Same as most people. If you've ever worked anywhere ever where decisions came above your head, then you already understand this. You get told what needs to happen, you follow the plans, you don't get to rewrite it. That's exactly what's happening here. So when you come into a work zone and something feels off, take a second and think about where that frustration is going. Because taking it out on the worker doesn't fix anything. It adds risk to a job that's already got enough of it. So here's the question. Next time you roll into a work zone and something doesn't make sense, are you reacting to the situation or are you taking it out on the person standing in front of you? Because those aren't the same thing. Next week, we're going to break down the numbers and show how often this goes wrong and what it actually costs. Make sure that you're following so you don't miss it. And remember, we learn best by shared experience, so keep those comments coming, especially if you have relevant experience or you've got a good story to tell inside one of these systems. I'd love to hear about it. This is Labor Lines with Alex. As always, my good friends, be safe, be productive, be well.